Today I'm playing Navia's story quest, Braving the Tides Together. Act 1. Hopefully I can be heard. Hello, hello, hello. Let me do something real quick. Play. Alright, that's done. Now, let's get to her story quest. Where's she at? Okay, she over there. Perfect. I gotta think of whatever thumbnail we're gonna give this video later. But right now, I'm just gonna do her story quest. Live stream it, get it done and dandy.
Behold!
Well, if it isn't my dear partners.
She just ran up on us while we just walking casually.
That voice! It's Navia!
Hello, Navia. Yo, fine white French girl. I want to say some really crazy stuff right now, but I can't. I done seen so much crazy art with this character already. I'm like, dang, I might as well pull for her character. I mean, especially now knowing that she's the only Geo character that's worth a damn, except for Zhongli. Granted, there's other Geo characters who play as support roles or doing like Geo damage role, but like how many Geo characters can you honestly say sit here and use Crystallize to their advantage? None of them do. She's the only one who makes Geo reactions worth a damn.
I didn't expect to run into you guys here today. Are you headed somewhere?
Just getting our daily dose of adventuring in. No plans in particular.
How about you, Navia? Are you still busy rebuilding Poisson?
We've wrapped up most of the rebuilding, but there are still a few things left to take care of.
Like?
Stocking up on materials, confirming construction timelines, discussing compensation terms with families affected by the disaster. Between all of that, I've been making a lot of trips between the court and Poisson.
Won't Spina di Rosula be affected too? Wasn't Spina di Rosula affected too? Should you really be the ones offering compensation? Yeah, like, do y'all even have the money to do that? And also, again, this proves my point again about the people of Poisson are the ones who tight with Farina.
Well, though the victims have received relief payments from the court, in my opinion, as the administrators of Poisson, Spina di Rosula should take some responsibility as well.
Okay, they being justified.
Our financial situation right now isn't the best, so all we've been doing is signing agreements for the damages to be repaid at a later date. Though just pieces of paper now, they demonstrate our commitment. They're necessary to restore the people's faith in us.
Whoa! Spoken like a true president. You're a really responsible leader.
Mm-hmm.
That must be taking up most of your time, though, right?
Oh, you bet. Between that and all the other errands I have to run at the court, I'm always forgetting one thing or another. So before I came over this time, I took a page from Melusa's book and decided to make a list of everything. This way, it's easy to see which tasks you haven't checked off.
And then?
And then, since Melus loved using shorthand, I decided to also follow his example and come up with some shorthand of my own.
Isn't this lovely? Her homies, her two-man mission died doing their job, right? Hold on, let me turn they died doing their job, right? The two-man mission died doing their job. And now she's taking pages out of their books. She probably gonna say something about the other dude, Melus and Silver. Right now she's talking about Melus. Right now, you see she's taking pages from her dead comrades' books of how to go about, doing her job. And it seemed like it's working wonders for her. Still holding on to their memory.
But after running a few errands in the city, I'm kind of struggling to even read my own handwriting anymore.
That does sound like you, all right. So what kind
Whoa.
of shorthand did you use?
Bro, what type of back? Whoa. I just saw that. I know y'all saw that. I saw that too. Why in the world did I just see Navia's outfit have like some back crease that's all the way down to the tailbone? Am I tripping?
Oh, wanna take a look?
Let Paimon see. Wait. There's nothing here but a bunch of weird symbols.
But I bet nobody gonna dare say anything about this line. Hey, shoot. Oh, there's nothing here but a bunch of weird symbols. Because shoot, you can replace a bunch of weird symbols to just scribbles on a page.
This looks like a piece of kelp wrapped around a stick. And this other one, is it supposed to be a boar in a box?
The first one has to do with confirming the final payment amount for the fishermen, while the second one is a reminder to try the new burger that just hit the market.
Look at these two. They're like, what the F are you on, bro? What type of shorthand is this? Using symbols to remember crap? Why didn't you just write it down, stupid? That's the exact thoughts going through both of their head right now. I can guarantee it.
Okay, Paimon can definitely see how you might forget what each of these mean.
Maybe just standardize. Hold up. Maybe just standardize shorthand symbols next time. Maybe just write out each item next time.
Thank you for your advice. These are the kinds of things you only really figure out once you've tried them out yourself. I thought that as long as I understood my shorthand when I came up with it, I'd be sure to remember the symbols when I looked at them later. Unfortunately, I've definitely proven myself wrong.
Yeah, I can see that.
Well, now you know for next time.
Anyway, I should have already taken care of most of the things on the list. There are still a few symbols that I can't decipher, but I don't think they're anything too super important. Worst comes to worst, I'll just make another trip.
So you're going to head back now?
Yep, that's the plan. Oh, actually, since we talked about the reconstruction earlier, want to come with me and check out the town for yourself?
Yeah, sure.
You said you don't have any plans, right? So we can just catch a boat and head over. It won't take long at all.
It's a bit sudden, but Paimon doesn't see why not. What do you think, Traveler?
I'd be interested. I'd be interested in taking a look. It would be pretty. It would be a pretty nice break too.
Then let's go. We'll take a boat over.
Oh, you mean the Aquabus, right? Like the Clementine line?
Oh, sorry. I meant our own boat. The Aquabus doesn't have a station near Poisson, so we'll use one of the Spina's boats.
Sure, sounds good to me. I've still got something to do first. Why don't you head over there first? Okay, this is weird to me. Why in the world is one highlighted as let's go and do that? The other one is like, you go first, I'll head over next. I'm gonna go with the first one.
All right, follow me. I'll take you there.
I don't understand why that was colored in gold for. Why was it colored in gold? I'm trying to understand. Or maybe not colored in gold, but why was it highlighted as an option to pick?
The engineer is still doing a few routine safety checks. We can head out as soon as we get the green light.
So, Paimon has always wanted to ask. The 3 Aquabus lines are all named after people in your family, right?
What?
Yeah, that's right. Callus and Navia are self-explanatory, while Clementine was the name that my mother went by.
The Spina Zulu was one of the main sponsors for the construction, right?
If you provided the Mora to build the lines, then why isn't there even a dedicated line to Poisson?
Yeah.
Spina di Rosula built all the lines, yet you still have to take a special boat just to go home. Paimon doesn't get it.
That doesn't sound fair at all.
Well, what I heard is that most of our businesses don't actually use Poisson as a hub, so there was no real reason to build a line straight to Poisson.
That's still BS though.
You are right that it is a bit strange, though. If you've already committed to build 3 lines, why not just add a 4th?
Yeah, that's what Paimon's saying. The Aquabus is so convenient, it's really a huge shame.
Well, it is what it is. You know what my father was like. Even I often struggled to figure out what was going on in his head.
Well, something that big also wouldn't have just been well, hold on. Something that big also wouldn't have been just his call. Perhaps the rest of the Spina didn't see a point to having a fourth line.
But that would only be the case if he cared about what others thought. My father was always really stubborn. Once he made up his mind, good luck getting him to change it. From what I've heard, the rights of all the other members of the Spina only went as far as giving him advice or suggestions, and no farther. That included my mother, too.
Huh. Well, that explains why you weren't on the greatest of terms with him.
Yeah, because I wouldn't just let him keep getting his way. He was just... not very agreeable.
Boss, the boat's ready. We can head out.
All right, then let's head out.
Nah, her story quest has begun. Oh, I think understand why they chose to do this first, right? Because
It'll be a while before we get to Poisson. Let's keep talking.
okay.
Navia, what was your mother like as a person?
Pine. Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. She totally forgot that you mentioned before that she passed away during childbirth, so you probably don't remember her at all.
See, this I know. The writing is deliberate. If the way quote unquote Paimon acted rudely.
That's all right.
Whoa!
I've heard many stories about her from the rest of the Spina. They've always said that they were sure we would have gotten along famously. While my papa was stiff like a board, my mother was supposedly super cheerful and funny. Their complementary personalities allowed them to make up for each other's flaws. My father would run the businesses and expand our reach, while my mother would keep the peace and make sure that everyone was happy. Their work made sure that the Spina could grow and thrive.
Sounds like they were not just a well-matched couple, but fantastic business partners as well.
Yeah, but those are just stories and anecdotes after all. It's hard for me to piece together a more complete or intimate picture of her. But sometimes, I'd still look at the Clementine line and wonder, would the Spina and Poisson still be what they are today had my mother survived? Silver once said that a name is a kind of inscription, a way to etch a memory into the world. When given a name, a cold, inanimate object can gain a completely new meaning. So, I will always associate the line with her in my heart. Over the past few weeks, I've also begun to appreciate how water can take in and hold our most intense feelings and memories, as well as how one may reflect on their past by watching the sea. I've lost many beloved people and memories to the sea. Even though I cannot stop for them and must continue to keep moving, the fact won't change that they existed in my life and gave me the reason and motivation to move forward.
Do you miss them? Missing Silver and Malus?
Always. But no matter what, we can't change the past. But I tell myself that I need to keep looking towards the future. Everyone, even my parents, have already overcome so many obstacles. Besides, I'm the president of Spina di Rosula. I've got to keep my chin up.
Good girl. W character for her.
We've reached the shore. Let's go. I'll show you the new Poisson.
I got a feeling it don't look no different from how they originally designed it in game. Why the Traveler looking like that?
Navia, do you think she's doing all right?
She seems to be managing. She's always have to cope with one thing or another. She's always been having to cope with one thing or another. Damn, I can't even read the line straight.
Okay, Paimon supposes you're right. She's really been through a lot. It couldn't have been easy shouldering so much by herself.
And I bet somebody gonna say out their mouth, oh, why wasn't Paimon acting like this during Farina's story? Cause man, shut the up, nigga. No, absolutely not. Farina's story quest is not Navia's story quest. Yeah, Farina went through 500 years having to play the role of somebody else. Yeah, sure, but she didn't witness people die left and right in front of her. Unlike Navia. Get off my girl dick, bro. It's not gonna be no different. I'm gonna be honest with you. They have it up like it's gonna be something different. It's not. It's the same place. Same place, same location. Da-da-da-da-da. I can't believe I felt damage from that.
The wind rises.
See? Same location. Woo!
Boss, you're back! Traveler in Paimon, welcome back to Poisson.
Oh, hey! Fancy seeing you again, Florent. Is it your turn to take care of Navia now?
Hey, I can totally take care of myself. For the time being, I'll go around without any attendance. We did hand over some of Malus's old responsibilities to Florent, though. It's been really nice to have him around to help out.
Isn't that lovely?
Thank you for the compliment, boss. As you see, I've been working closely with the boss on rebuilding Poisson. Mr. Malus was an extremely capable and respected member of the Spina. I've got some really big shoes to fill.
All right. There's no need to be so formal. Everyone's practically old friends by now. Were you waiting here for me? Did we manage to make any progress on the statue?
What statue?
Yeah, we contacted a sculptor about the job, but they can't get started on sourcing a correctly sized block without knowing the design that we want to use first.
You're commissioning a statue?
So basically, we've been meaning to commission a statue of my parents in commemoration of everything they've done for the Spina and the town of Poisson. But since my father was known as Callus the Unfaithful for the longest time, it would have been too controversial to commission a statue of him. But now that his name has been cleared, and the town is also being rebuilt, I thought this would be the perfect chance to actually realize this dream.
The funds to build the statue were freely donated by the people of Poisson to show their appreciation for Miss Clementine and Mr. Callus and everything they did.
Shouldn't Navia be featured with? Shouldn't Navia be featured with them too?
Me? I'm just the newbie president that's running around and causing everyone trouble. Maybe we can have this conversation again in a few decades, once I've done more for the town and the people.
Shoot, the Traveler might not be here in a few decades. The Traveler might take his sister and leave this planet for good. Let's be honest. Unless the Traveler gonna become the new god of this world, then that's a different story. Shoot, the Traveler will come visit any day of the week. Shoot, he gonna outlive everybody in Fontaine. He gonna outlive everybody on this dang planet. New generations gonna keep passing. He'll be like, dang, I miss my old squad of friends some XY years ago.
Hey, there's no need to be so humble. Didn't you just help save the entire country?
Uh-huh, yeah, you did.
I agree wholeheartedly. I also believe that Boss should have a place on the statue.
Hey, if you keep inflating my ego like this, I might just float off into the sky with my parasol. Just kidding. There's no way that I'd accept that kind of compliment at face value. At a minimum, I'd have to match what my father did for the people.
Well, that's what you think. I think it'll just be a matter of time.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. I just don't think I'm ready yet. Anyway, Florent, now it's up to us to confirm the final design, right?
We can ask the sculptor to start looking for a good block once we've decided on the poses for Miss Clementine and Mr. Callus. But we haven't had any real discussions yet on the possible designs. I feel like I should get a few promising designs first, and then send them over to you to review.
There's no need for all that. Let's decide on a design right now. Hey, you! Come over here with me.
Okay. Me?
Modeling a few poses, of course. Here, just pretend to be Callus, and I'll be Clementine.
That's,
Didn't you say on the boat that Callus and Clementine sounded like great partners? Well, then there's no one better to fill this role than my most valuable partner.
This is why male MC was the one you're supposed to choose, not Lumine. Aether main character, the GOAT. Always will be forever to the day this game dies. I stand on business on that. Can't nobody tell me otherwise.
Florent, let's grab some reference shots.
You've got it, boss. I'll go get the camera.
Well, what do you think? Got any ideas?
Shouldn't you be running the show?
Well, I've actually discussed it a bit with Florent before, but I could never come up with any fresh or original ideas. It's probably because my idea of them is already kind of set in stone. So, I want to pick your brain for a bit and see if you can come up with some new and interesting ideas.
Okay.
I'm all good here, boss. Feel free to start posing whenever.
Okay then, let's try for something imposing. Okay, let's try looking out into the distance. Okay, why don't we just strike a happy pose? Imposing would be a bad idea because if it's imposing, it's gonna give the vibe of Callus the Unfaithful, and that's not what we're going for. We try looking off into the distance. I don't know how to really symbolize that. A pose of happiness does make sense. Okay. This may be a little more difficult than I thought. Okay, the bottom two is the most likely to choose. Instead of these last two are more make sense to choose. A happy pose. They were complimentary towards each other, but I feel like I'm supposed to be posing as boss. Okay, let's try this one.
A happy pose? You mean something like we were laughing together at a funny joke?
Yes. Okay, this is goofy as fuck.
Would all that be able to come through with just a picture?
Would we even be able to tell what they are supposed to be laughing about?
Yeah, and that'd probably be a massive pain to sculpt as well.
Could one of you try striking a pose like you're talking while the other one laughs? That actually sounds pretty hard to pull off. Forget it, let's try something else.
Let's try something imposing.
Imposing, huh? Oh, I've got it. Let's try this.
This pose! It makes me recall Spina di Rosula's glorious golden age.
But isn't Clementine's pose a bit too bold and heroic? Was she really that kind of person? If we were to stick with this pose, maybe people would wonder if she was actually the real boss behind the scenes.
Well, tabloids did indeed speculate as much back in the day, but the Spina pulled a few strings and made both the report and the journalist disappear.
Excuse you?
Oh, Paimon was just kidding! Please don't make Paimon disappear.
What Florent meant was that we asked the journalist to choose a new alias. You're right, though, that this may not accurately represent the image of her in our hearts. Let's try to come up with something else.
Okay, let's try looking off into the distance.
By that, do you mean as if we were standing on a boat and looking out at the sea? Sure, let's give that a try.
Whoa, you really remind Paimon of a captain and their first mate. Look over there, my dear Clementine. As you can see, every tree on that island is dripping with mora fruit.
Okay, that's one of the best deliveries I've heard from Paimon. I'm gonna hold you. I really like it when the voice actress gets to, you know, start like, okay, how can I describe this? Talk as if she is Paimon, but, you know, put some more bass in her voice. I really like it when they give her the chance to do that, because it just makes her English voice sound better. Or when she's trying to mimic voice somebody else, it just sounds better, objectively speaking.
But there's something off with the composition. This pose makes Mr. Callus look too tall next to the lady.
Wait, how do I look too tall? I'm shorter than her.
Oh, I see what you mean. Then let's swap.
Well, Paimon is a fan. A statue like this would look fantastic on a boat.
Wait, We can't do that. Very few people would see the statue if we were to put it on a boat. This statue is meant to be placed in the town.
But then, since we're putting it in the town, the whole point of the pose would be lost.
Oh, okay. We'll try to think of something else.
Oh, this is a good one. That's not good enough?
We tried a bunch of different ideas, but none of them felt right. Paimon's all out of brain juice now, too.
Oh, don't worry. We still got a lot of reference shots out of the session, and each of them can be considered to be a souvenir in their own right. Let's just keep the ideas we tried as backups. Man, if I knew I was going to do a photo shoot with the Traveler, I would have prepared a lot of outfits and props ahead of time.
Excuse you? What's that supposed to mean? It sounds like you became fond of the Traveler. I feel like this is the second character in the entire game who actually has become extremely fond of the Traveler almost on an intimate level. I swear, I get this feeling that there's only two characters. I forgot who was the last character who felt like this towards the Traveler. I forgot, honestly. But Navia is one of those, without a shadow of a doubt. I just gotta remember who was the other character that I knew had this type of feeling towards the Traveler. I gotta remember. It's gonna click in my brain. I promise it will.
Oh, outfits! Ugh, that's the errand I forgot back in the city. Do either of you still remember that girl? The girl I went to see with you two. Her name is Adele.
Oh, Paimon remembers her. She was the one that we met while investigating Mr. Callus's case, right?
She always believed that her father, Jocks, was a good person. Wait, did that child even survive?
Yes, that's exactly who I'm talking about. So, after the case, she was finally willing to talk to me, and she told me that she wanted to join the Spina too. I said that it's fine, but young children are not allowed to join the Spina. She will just have to wait a few years, and then we'll welcome her with open arms. Since she's still a child, though, she thought I was just trying to let her down gently. But how could I get her to believe that I meant what I said? In the end, I came up with an idea. I'd have a Spina uniform made and give it to her as a gift. But I got so busy and distracted in the city that I forgot to pick the uniform up. So I did forget something important after all.
Don't worry, boss. I can send someone to pick it up right away.
I'll go do it.
On the matter of the statue, we should still come up with a few more ideas for the design. I'll have to trouble you to source some for me.
We could have just done that from the start.
Hey, at least this way, we got some cool pictures.
Yeah, you're right. They'll have some value as souvenirs at least.
So we just yapping our lips.
Navia! Florent, guess who's back?
Clotar?
Huh? But aren't you supposed to...
Oh, well, if it isn't Coulter. Back already from the Fortress of Meripede?
That's right. I finally finished serving my time. Gotta say, turns out I was a lot tougher than I thought. After I got out, I immediately made a beeline back to Poisson. You could say that familiar, briny smell became a primal call, urging me to forget everything else and just come back home. You wouldn't believe how much I've missed Melissa's grilled fish. I dreamed about it every time I had to get a welfare meal down there underneath the sea.
It's good to have you back, Coulter. You look as well as ever.
And you're welcome.
And this guy is...
AKA, we don't know who this nigga is.
Let me introduce you. This is Coulter, another of Spina di Rosula's members. He was found guilty and sentenced to the Fortress of Meripede some time ago.
For what?
But, looking at it now, it was probably another one of Marcel's plots while he worked at the Confrérie of Cabrières.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, Mr. Marcel? What do you mean? He was involved in some sort of plot?
Bro, you missed out on a bunch of stuff. Let us fill you in as what's happened. Shoot, this nation almost sunk underwater and almost dissolved everyone. Shoot, you better hope you had turned to a full-blooded human by now, damn it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Shoot, you might not make it to see another day.
Have you not heard anything at all about the water from the primordial sea case?
Well, I know that Fontaine got flooded, but then the water levels miraculously receded. I thought that was all there was to it and didn't care to ask for any more details. Do you mean Mr. Marcel was somehow involved with all that?
Oh, yeah, man.
Oh, looks like we'll have to explain everything from the top. That case. A lot of things have happened in Poisson since then. First things first, let me introduce you to these two. They're my most trusted partners, and they've been with me through thick and thin.
Save this nation.
Now you could call them Spina di Rosula's VIP helpers.
Oh, nice to meet you. I don't recall Navia ever generously complimenting anyone like that before. So you must be pretty amazing to get that from her.
Of course I am. I helped save her homeland. Plus the Fatui as well. Shoot. Talk about characters struggling, Fontaine. Shoot, go look at Navia.
Yeah, we are indeed pretty amazing. But we've been cool since before we even met her.
Exactly. We just follow Navia's lead. All credit to Paimon.
Wait, now you suddenly resist taking a dig at Paimon?
For now, at least.
Nice, nice. Spina di Rosula always seems to attract great people. Oh, that reminds me. Where are Malus and Silver? Aren't they always by your side?
Oh, Lord. My guy.
About that.
They got washed up. Now they surfing through waves for eternity. To the end of time. They got washed up and shipped out. You hating the...
Coulter, a lot of things happened while you were gone. As you can see, even Poisson isn't quite the same as how it was before you left.
They lost their lives, keeping me safe during the flood.
What did you say? This isn't some kind of morbid welcome home prank, right? You're just scaring me on purpose because I don't know anything about what's happened.
Nah, bro. It's the truth.
I'm sorry, but it's the truth. They weren't the only people we lost either. Many others, including Melissa, also lost their lives in the disaster.
Oh, Lord.
Malus and Melissa, dead. They're just gone? Malus. I was planning to give him a surprise gift once I ran into him again in town. I can't believe it.
His body jerking and everything.
Hey, keep it together.
Malus and Coulter were friends for many years, and even served on many missions together during the early days of the Spina. I can understand how he feels.
Oh, let's sit down somewhere, so I can tell you everything that has happened while you were gone. Fair warning, there was a lot.
Okay.
You better find out that y'all niggas weren't even human before till now.
Behold!
Man, I wish I can go back and replay Farina's story quest, but the damn thing didn't save, so I can't even save the video. I'm so tight about that crap.
All of this, it's unbelievable. I can't believe that those stories were real. It all really happened. Has the world gone mad?
Nope, it just got crazier, that's all. Had I not personally experienced all those events, I would have also found them very difficult to accept. Damn.
I think you and I both feel the same way about the profound tragedy of Melusa's loss. And the sheer depravity of Marcel's actions.
Okay, let's clear something up real quick. His action, okay, what he did was bad. We're gonna act like they were but the core reason for his actions weren't malicious intent. It was actually very good intent. He was trying to bring back his wife, the girl he loved, the woman he loved. So it's not like everything he did was for pure sinister reason. He had a valid reason for doing everything. It just broke. Can't even say it broke. It violated human rights because these motherfuckers weren't even human until a month ago. These niggas weren't even human until like 2 months ago. So can't really say it violated human rights if I even wanted to say that.
I thought Mr. Marcel would always stand by the Spina. Everything he had, the Spina gave to him. It's unconscionable to have received all that, and yet still plot to kidnap and dissolve you for his insane research.
The good news is that the Confrérie of Cabriere is no more. Gone with them too is the entire synth manufacturing and distribution network. We finally closed the curtain on that long struggle.
Are you sure? But if Marcel wanted to rebel against us, he probably sent word in secret to Romeu.
That nigga dead.
Romeu?
Not a name I've heard before either.
Florent should remember him. You see, there was once a major internal dispute regarding funding the construction of the Aquabus lines. Romeu was the leader of the faction that thought such a vast sum of mora would be better spent improving the town of Poisson.
Oh.
But Mr. Callis believed that an opportunity to collaborate with the Court of Fontaine and the Fontaine Research Institute was hard to come by, and would allow us to build many valuable relationships.
Okay.
Not only would the Aquabus be a good business investment, it would also boost our reputation among the general populace, eventually paying us massive dividends down the line. But the two couldn't come to an agreement. Romeu ended up taking a lot of people with him when he left Spino di Rosula altogether, and the split was on extremely bad terms.
Ugh. And with Papa's stubbornness, I can definitely imagine how it must have gone down.
And of course, when he was suffering the slings and arrows of outrageous injustice, those relationships that he spent a fortune to build didn't help in the least.
Yeah. You could say it was the price he paid for sticking to his beliefs.
That couldn't have been the first time a dispute like that happened, right?
Oh, that's a good point. If Callis was really as stubborn as you say, then wouldn't he have argued with the rank and file all the time?
Oh, yeah. It eventually became a thing that just happened on every day that ended with Y. But Navia, boss, you might not know this, but he wasn't always like that. He used to be a lot better with taking counsel. With him listening to our advice, and Ms. Clementine also frequently on our side, it was pretty smooth sailing for a good many years. But on the matter of the Aquabus, even Ms. Clementine completely stood by Mr. Callis' side.
Huh. I never knew. But from my perspective, Romeu's position had a lot going for it. Couldn't they have sat down and talked it out?
I think the Aquabus was just the straw that broke the camel's back. On that topic, they eventually came to a rather radical conclusion.
That being...
They believed that Miss Clementine lost her ability to serve as an impartial mediator when she became pregnant with Callus's child.
So, they thought she had betrayed them? But that doesn't make any sense. Before she was their mediator, my mother was also her own person, and a member of the Spina. She should have the right to take any side she wished.
Yeah, but to them, even taking a side was betrayal enough. They felt like their voices could no longer be heard once their sole mediator had gone over to the other side.
I mean, they have the right to feel that way too. She has the right to choose whatever side she wishes. They have the right to perceive the situation as they wish. Simple.
Of course, Ms. Clementine then passed away, and Mr. Callis began to regard the completion of the Aquabus project as her final wish. With that, the last hope of reconciliation was gone.
So that's what happened.
From that point on, Romeu and his people cut ties with the Spina, and never gave us any kind of professional or personal courtesy ever again. Perhaps they've regarded us as enemies ever since they left. But even so, there is still no proof that they ever acted in concert with Marcel.
I've also heard that they aren't in a good financial position, so they've been lying low for a while. But as long as they exist, they'll continue to be a threat.
I think Coulter's got a point. Both Marcel and Romeo had my father in their sights for a very long time. Even though Marcel's faction has been dissolved, we still don't know anything about Romeo's whereabouts. If they're still trying to get revenge on us, with how distracted and vulnerable we are, now would be the best time.
Good thinking, boss. We should keep an eye on them at all times. I'll let my men know right away.
Thank you for that, Florent. And Coulter, thank you for telling me about this as well.
Don't worry, it's nothing. Do you have a moment right now? How about we go out for a walk? I've heard so many incredulous things today. I'm finding it a bit hard to calm down even now. I mean, to think that I'll just never see them again.
In that case, why don't we go back to the court? I can pick up Adele's uniform while we're there as well. It'll save Laurent's guys a trip. Want to come with me again, you two? You don't mind, do you, Coulter?
Oh, of course. That's fine by me.
Then let's go! Paimon feels like a lot's hinging on this visit.
I want to see Adele cheer up. We want to see Adele cheer up. We want to see the future star of the Spina.
We really are the best of partners. Come on, let's go.
Let's roll. Also, that dude stuttered a little bit, so I got my eye on him. Homeboy Coulter, he stuttered a bit. I ain't like how he stuttered. So, yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I zoned out most of that conversation. I'm not gonna hold you. But we're gonna get this done. Hopefully it don't take me too long to get this done. As long as I'm quick paced, I get this done. Cause right now, I don't know why, but my mental fortitude energy is dropping. What am I doing? I can fly, damn it.
Squall and Fury.
Are we not taking the boat this time?
It's nice to walk from time to time, isn't it? Think of it as something like a hiking trip. Once we're there, we can stay a few days before we return.
Sounds good. I haven't walked this road in a long time.
They call it a road. It's not even a damn road. It's a damn it's not even a sidewalk. It's called the beach side, fools.
Quit following me.
Well, we've walked far enough for now. Let's take a break. Since we're out for a walk, we shouldn't stress too much about the destination.
I've grown old, so I'm not as fit as before. It's a good thing that at least my work down in the fortress was quite the workout.
Well, Paimon thinks you're doing great. We didn't have to slow down for you at all.
Back in the days before the aquabus lines were built, we often had to hike north with our goods, then catch a boat to the court. Malus and I must have traveled this way hundreds of times. When we were tired, we would lay down for a while on the grass, and when we were hungry, we'd catch a fish or two.
I'm not gonna hold you. As much as I'm for this story quest, I'm starting to feel like the NPC is starting to feel like the main character of this quest when he shouldn't. Because he's rambling on about how his relationship with Malus. Granted, the valid pushback against this was, well, Malus has a relationship with Navia and other people. So we can say their perspective as well. And Navia, her perspective, she's the new boss of the Spina, and she got to do her thing, right? So hopefully she still takes main center stage.
The Spina was still on the rise back then. Mr. Callis was generous, and everyone had the chance to strike it rich. So, of course, we all worked really hard. And now, in the blink of an eye, the aquabus lines have been built, and this road has fallen into disuse.
I didn't really think that... give me a second. I don't really think that's a bad thing, though.
Oh, I know. I was just being a little nostalgic.
Then let's stay here a bit longer. Anyone want snacks?
Oh, is this another chance to try some of Navia's macarons? Paimon's been dreaming of them.
Yep, I figured you wouldn't say no to a few more. Oh, wait. Let me check if I have all the ingredients. Malus and Silver used to take care of tasks like this. Okay, the stove's looking good. And as for the ingredients, seems like we're all out of flour and sugar. The two most important ingredients of all.
Should I get some?
Oh, would you? Oh, but it would be too much to ask you to go on a trip just for those.
We should contribute to making the macaron too. Don't worry, we cook out in the wild all the time, so he should have some stuff on hand.
Oh, that's great. Then I'll leave the ingredient gathering to you. As long as we have some sweet flowers and wheat, I can start the baking.
Then I'll go look for some boxes nearby for a makeshift table and chairs.
Great. Then I'll prep the stove. Let's get to work, everyone.
What type of pot is this?
How did it go? Did you find the ingredients?
Yeah. Really? That's it? Okay.
You've all done your part. Just leave the rest to me.
What type of stove is that?
Whoa, these macarons look and taste magnificent! Your cooking is as good as ever, Navia.
Boss's baking skills have always been famous. Everyone in the Spina knows how exceptionally talented she is.
Oh, it's just a hobby. There's no need to praise me for it like that.
Have you two seriously never considered joining us? You're so close to the boss, and she obviously trusts you with all her heart, so...
There are still some important things we must do. You really want to pouch me from the Adventurers Guild, huh? Oh, you really want to poach me from the Adventurers Guild, huh?
Was it that obvious? I just thought you would be a great fit, that's all.
You just happened to walk in on our little reunion. It's actually been quite a while since we last spent time together. Adventurers never stay in one place for long. The name of Spina di Rosula would just tie them down. Besides, after everything we've been through together, I'm sure our hearts would remain intertwined even if we found ourselves on opposite sides of the world.
Navia's right. That's certainly one way of putting it.
Even if Paimon was far beyond the horizon, she'd still remember the delicious taste of Navia's macaron.
I understand now. Then I am very lucky indeed to have been graced with the chance to meet the two of you.
I like how Paimon's voice actor executed saying all that whole line and her delivery of it, because it sounded good. Oh my goodness, I just can't stand who blow it out of proportion. I'm not even gonna get into that topic. No, baby, I should get to that. I hate how everyone has now gotten into the blown it out of proportion of Genshin's localization. I swear they have. They blown it out of proportion, and now they're talking about, oh, they and now they're moving goalposts. First it was like, oh, it's a bad translation and bad localization. No, it was what did they say it was? It was, bad writing of the story quest. Then they shifted the goalposts to, no, it's bad voice acting and bad delivery, tone delivery. Then they shifted again to bad localization, because now we're in a freaking localization revolution right now, which is a good thing, because we need that happen. But they blow Genshin Impact's localization out of the freaking water like it's something horrendous, like a tidal wave about to consume us all, when in reality it's never been a problem this entire time. It's still not a problem, but people want to push like it is a problem. There is no problem with Genshin's localization. There's no problem with Honkai Star Rail's localization either. It's legitly nothing wrong with neither. But people want to push it to the brim like, oh, woke agenda BS being spouted in it when it's not. So it's like, come on, people, use your brains. Use your brains.
I will endeavor to make the most of this short yet fortuitous encounter and enjoy every moment we spend together.
Appreciate it.
We've got no wine with us, but let's still toast with water in celebration of this moment.
Huh? Thought I heard something just now. Was that some small critter? Is someone trying to assassinate us?
Cheers! Hey, what are you doing? Quick, join in on the toast.
Oh, cheers.
May your travels go smoothly, may the Spina continue to grow, and may our friendship last until the end of time.
I heard macaron, like real life macarons taste like garbage. I was told that. Real life macarons taste like garbage. I don't know if that's true or not, so someone can correct me if I'm wrong.
All set? Let's move out then. I asked some old acquaintances in town to make Adele's uniform, so we should be able to pick it up right away. Hey there, Ludovine. How's business lately?
The Demoiselle of Spina de Rosula. I must say, your generous patronage is the one thing keeping me from going bankrupt.
Nonsense. We all know what a talented businesswoman you are. Oh, and don't forget, she's the boss now.
My mistake, my mistake. I just got so used to calling her Demoiselle. Are you here for the uniform?
Yep. I forgot to drop by earlier when I was running errands around here.
I didn't expect Demoiselle to come and pick it up in person. It's just a uniform after all. Any of your folks could have come instead.
Navia's always liked to take even small things seriously.
Hey, that's not the only reason I'm here. We mostly just needed a walk to clear our heads. There are few things more uplifting than taking the first step on a new journey.
Boss has got a point. Going on a trip with friends is always better than staying cooped up at home.
I just saw that NPC back there stroll up out of the blue and pop up. He moves like a dang Lego character. I appeared right at the corner. He think he's slick. I saw that.
Very well. Please, wait here while I retrieve the uniform for you.
Somebody over there. I hope the traveler noticed that motherfucker.
Can someone remind Paimon again why Adele wants to join the Spina?
She hasn't given me any concrete reasons. All she says is that she really looks up to me.
Sounds like BS to me.
After we cleared her father's name, she became a lot more cheerful and outgoing. It's probably because she now knows for sure that her father was never a bad person. She said she used to be terrified of Papa, so as a result, she found all the rest of the Spina super scary as well. But the Spina is very different now. She mustered up the courage to talk to me, and felt like I could really understand her.
The two of you have contended with similar circumstances. I hope the traveler see that mother effer at that corner over there.
Yeah, you could say that. By uncovering the truth about the case, I was able to give her closure at the same time. She said that she wanted to become someone like me. Someone who could lend a hand to others, instead of standing still and waiting for others to help her.
I'm sorry for whoever that was. I can't let you join my world right now.
From the sound of it, she'll be a wonderful addition to the Spina.
I think so too. But for now, let's focus on giving her a great atmosphere to grow and thrive.
That motherfucker
She can commit to
eyeballing.
us once she's older, and can really make that decision for herself.
So I wasn't just hearing things.
Is something up, Traveler?
I'll be right. Follow me. Someone's telling us.
Huh? Tailing? Oh, Paimon's
I'll go check it out too. Coulter, please hold on to this for me.
All right.
You better not be playing for that dude on the other side. I'm gonna say that right now. I'm gonna put you on the ground.
Paimon saw them too. They headed up.
It's 3 of them.
Stop right there.
Whew, it's a workout. They not even moving that fast, worth chasing. Dang, she outpaced all of them.
We knew you were going to be difficult.
Seems like if we want them to talk, we're gonna need to teach them a lesson first.
Let's get it.
Brothers, there's no need to skulk in the dark anymore. Let's take them out!
Please let me use Navia. I want to be able to use her now. Let me use Navia. I feel like I might as well just spend money and wish for Navia before it's too late. Honestly speaking. Actually, I won't be able to even get her if I don't get her within 60 wishes. Okay. Let's see what we can do.
You had your chance.
Boom. Let's add some water in the mix. Now.
Hey there!
Perfect.
Feeling lucky.
Smoked him. Oh my god. I might as well wish for Navia now.
Talk. Who are you? And why were you tailing us?
I ain't gonna hold you. I might as well wish for Navia right now from that gameplay alone. Her gameplay had been showing me that she's the GOAT for real. True. I'm tempted just to wait for her rerun. I'm not even gonna hold you. That's if she get a rerun. And they don't just throw her in the standard banner. But I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. She doing her thing.
Don't think we'll let you off easy if you keep silent.
Recognize your situation and don't entertain any fantasies of escape. We got people up, below, and down. Wait, why would you say we got people up below and down below as well? Wait, hold up. I've been saying that wrong. We got people up above and down below as well. The way that it's worded was weird. That thing throw me the F off. Like, what, nigga?
How did it go, boss? Are any of you hurt?
If you thought they stood any chance against us, you were sorely mistaken. Anyway, stop playing tough and start talking. There won't be any room for negotiation once the Maison Gardiennage gets involved.
We're looking to get vengeance on Spina di Rosula.
Of course.
We were discovered and can't beat you in a fight. We admit it. We lost.
Get revenge? Wait, you're not Romeu's followers, are you?
You actually know that name? But if you do, then surely you should understand why we hate you so much.
I would advise you to calm down. Also, I'd be shocked if this dude, because he called those other two his brothers. I would not be surprised if we find out that these 3 are his sons.
Indeed. You haven't got the faintest hope of winning right now.
You really don't.
We were out drinking when we saw Navia. We got so angry we decided to follow you guys and look for an opportunity to really mess up your day. Too bad you guys messed up ours first.
You're lying.
Huh?
You followed us all the way here. There's more to this.
You're pretty sharp. But so what?
They are brothers. They have the same eye color. I see
it. Now it
it.
should be pretty obvious that we can't do anything to you anyway. Seeing you like that just really ticked us off. And we let the drink go to our heads.
Lying.
Listen, Callus is long dead. No matter what happened in the past, I want to be able to start things anew. I am the current president of Spina di Rosula. If your boss wants to talk with me, I'd be happy to meet with him. I won't press charges for your attack. That should also help demonstrate my sincerity.
I understand. Thank you. I'll let our boss know.
But if you so much as think about pulling something like this again,
I won't be so lenient next time. Understood?
I would have told her, Blaine, I said, I don't know who the F you think you talking to. That's what I would have said to her personally. I'm not about to let her talk to me any type of crazy. I don't care that you're a vision wielder. You better tone your threat down.
All right. We get it. Come on, let's go.
Are you sure it's okay to just let them go like that, Navia?
I don't want to inherit my father's grudges, too. Moreover, when it comes to the Aquabus, I don't think what my father did was entirely correct either.
How come? He did it as your mother's dying wish. You know, the same woman who sided with your father on the decision of the Aquabus? I don't see what the problem is.
If the other side is willing to talk, I'm happy to open the door for a reconciliation. Opportunities for new beginnings are all around us.
I support Boss's decision as well. The concept of an eye for an eye is a primitive practice that has no place in today's Spina di Rosula.
Yes. Plus, we already know that they're strapped for cash. If their financial situation is that dire, they don't have what it takes to challenge us. So this may be the best time to talk. I still think we should keep an eye out for Romeo's folks, though. If he decides to ignore the warning I gave his men, then we could still have a fight on our hands.
Yeah, those guys definitely didn't look like big fans of yours.
I'd rather things not go that far, since, though we haven't talked to each other for years, once upon a time we were all a part of the Spina di Rosula family.
Yep, that's how I feel as well. Anyway, now that we've sent them packing, we don't have to worry about those guys anymore. It's getting late already, so why don't we stay the night in the Fleuve Cendre? We can head back to Poisson tomorrow. I'll also ask someone to write Florent a letter and inform him of everything that happened here today, so he can increase security around Poisson and be on guard against any suspicious individuals.
Do we have to stay in the Fleuve Cendre again? Even the pillows there smell like seaweed.
Sorry, that's just what happens when you live near water and don't get much sunlight. Poisson's pretty much the same though, so I've long since gotten used to it. We can still go out in the evening for some grilled fish and drinks though. Bet you there'll be people singing sea shanties too. How does that sound?
Sounds great.
Huh. That does sound pretty cool. Okay, Paimon's on board now. Let's go. Paimon wants to sing too.
Yeah, Paimon acts like a real child sometimes. Like, Paimon be shifting dynamics a lot. She'd be like, sometimes she'll act like a child. Sometimes she'll be serious. Sometimes she'll be this. It's like, the character clearly has multiple sides to the character clearly has multiple shades to herself. But people don't like her simply because she just talks more than the Traveler does. Which is understandable. But at the same time, it's like, we can't really do much about it. And the freaking is underground in it. Yep, sure is. I still have not done that world quest over there by that statue. I should do it already. Alright, let's do this. And whatnot. I don't feel like even arguing about that crap no more. Where my girl Chef Rose? I need her.
Coming back here really does feel like this place is starting to grow on Paimon. If you think about it, it would be kind of weird if the Spina's base at the court was some super luxurious building like the Palais Mermonia.
Totally. Right on the money, Paimon. Although, of course, with the continued growth of the Spina, Papa wanted Poisson to eventually grow into a metropolis, not unlike the court. He was a very ambitious man, who rarely looked behind or beneath him. For better or worse, that always made him stand out from the crowd.
And that's also why people hated him just as much as they loved him.
All right. Why don't you go wait for me at the restaurant? I'll go do some prep, and I'll get someone to tidy up your room while I'm at it. You can use the same room as last time. You still remember the room number, yeah?
No.
Yep. Kinda hard to forget when there are only so many rooms here after all.
Oh, did I just hear someone taking a dig at Fleuve Cendre? I'll tell my guys to stuff your pillows full of actual seaweed right now.
Oh, Paimon please have mercy, Navia. If you do that, then Paimon really won't be able to sleep at all.
See, if this is what I'm talking about. This is what I brought up when I was arguing with my efforts in the comment section about the the deliberate writing choice of Hoyoverse for the character to act the way that they act in XYZ. If it was such a bad, like for when they acted in how Paimon acted in Farina's story quest, if it was so wrong and so out of place for Paimon to say what she said, don't you think they would have her have the Traveler and whatever other characters react the same way, be like, hey yo, da da da, and then Paimon would respond, please, I'm sorry, despite the fact Paimon did apologize to Farina at a certain point, but that wasn't even for her digging at her actually, and so on and so forth. But you get what I'm talking about. But nonetheless, let's continue.
I was just kidding. Be on your way now.
Call playful banter. Okay. What up, losers? Where's my chair at?
Really need those parts.
Doing fasting tank, blah, 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 blah. So down, you turn your room, but as soon as you hear a knock at the door.
Hello? Are you asleep yet?
Did something happen?
Oh, no, not at all. I just figured that since we don't get to enjoy nights like these very often, we should try to enjoy it to the fullest.
What you trying to say? You trying to come into this room? You trying to see the the grease, the sauce? Is that what you after? If that's what you're after, Paimon gonna have to get out of this room. I'm gonna be honest with you, Paimon. You might as well get up, pack your shit, and get out of this room because she clearly want a taste of something.
Wanna go fishing? I've got some rods and lures ready.
Oh, so that's the prep you were talking about. Sure, we'll come.
Shoot, talking about some fishing.
Hopefully I didn't wake you or anything.
You're good, since the invitation is coming from you.
I knew it. You really are my best partner.
Shoot, you might as well call me your
Okay,
love.
let's go. To the fishing spot.
Alright, let's go. Craziest thing is, I just got done fishing for, hold on, let me show y'all. I just got done fishing to get my hands on the catch. You feel me? It took me a while. It took me probably about 2 weeks. Not even 2 weeks. Yeah, I would say it probably took me 1 week at max. It took me 1 week to get it. No, it took me 2 weeks to get the catch because the first week I was still fishing. Second week I was still doing the same routine fishing, waiting for the days to happen, trying to find new spots where the fish popped up that I could go to fish it. And then for probably about the final day of the second week, right, I went to someone else's world to do some fishing to get my hands on the catch. And then boom, got it. And then I leveled it up because right now, look, as you see right now, it's 70 to 80. Hold on, let me double check something. Yeah, right now it's pushing from 70 to 80, meaning I got to level up to level 80 and it's good to go. And then Raiden Shogun, she comes in 2 days from now, which is Monday, Tuesday. So meaning her banner gonna come Wednesday, where Chef Rose is coming too. And then I'm gonna waste my let me show you. I'm gonna waste my 111 wishes. I'm not gonna hold you. Might need to spend a little dough. Honestly, I might have to spend a little money to get my hands on a few more wishes. Probably about 30 more wishes, just to ensure a guarantee that I get to ensure that I get a guaranteed Raiden Shogun and Chef Rose. Hopefully, both of them. Hopefully I get Chef Rose's full constellations, honestly. Okay, so let's get to the fishing spot, which is outside, of course. Of course I gotta go underwater first. How much time left I got? Did anybody watch Solo Leveling? Or did anyone watch gushing over Magical Girls? I just got done watching that, and I'm gonna tell you this right now, that stuff was hilarious. It was great. I swear, that's how you know some of these tourists who watch anime don't even freaking like anime. They only watch mainstream stuff, and it's so apparent that they have not engaged or seen anything that's sexual in anime. And then when they see some sexual in anime, they want to be like, oh, how wrong of it to be in anime. Why is it even here? Sexualization is bad. Man, shut the up, nigga. Let people enjoy their medium. Get off their dick.
How can you call this fishing when you're using a fully automatic rod?
What's the problem? Lots of people in Poisson use rods like these.
What?
But shouldn't fishing be all about, you know, attentively watching the float and then excitedly reeling in the catch when you finally hook something?
True. That's the essence of fishing. You're supposed to be there to watch and be patient and actually experience it of waiting for the fish to come. That's the point. But I know somebody's gonna be like, what Paimon said is wrong. Me. Shut the up, nigga. Oh, bro, just even thinking about somebody opening their lip flaps to start talking about to piss me off. Oh my goodness. Ugh. Let's continue.
Well, that's one way to enjoy fishing. What do you think, Traveler?
I like Paimon's method. Manual all the way. Automation is more efficient. Nah. Okay, hold up. Let's think about this. If the in-game mechanic allowed for me to fish or to send like certain characters out to do fishing missions and like fish for certain bait and whatnot, if it was automatic, yeah, it would be a problem because then they wouldn't get the amount of fishes that I'm looking for, and they probably not even get a good rate, percent or rate of that said fish from that pond. So doing it manual is best.
Then let's try regular rods next time. We can have a real fishing competition.
Honestly, Paimon's mainly shocked at how much energy you still have at this hour. Usually by this time of night, it's a struggle for Paimon to even keep her eyes open.
It's the first time I've seen her yawn.
Huh. It might just be something that runs in my family.
That's a thing?
I'm sure you'd get even sleepier if I delved more deeply into it. Anyway, I was just thinking about how grateful I am to my mother, as well as the rest of the Spina.
Your mother? Question mark.
My father always had a lot of unrealistic expectations for me. But the more that he tried to get me to become like him, the less I wanted to listen to what he had to say. My mother never had those kinds of expectations, though. I've heard that she had only one wish for me, which was that I would have a happy and secure childhood. All the members of the Spina greatly respected her wish, so no matter what I did as a child, they were happy to humor me.
I think the only reason he had the expectations for you was possibly purely due to the fact that his wife had just died and he was grieving, and he was like, his wife, he probably didn't, grief probably was driving him for why he had high expectations for you. I'm gonna be honest, it seemed like you met some of them expectations. You are the leader of the Spina now.
Can you imagine? Whenever my father wanted to scold me for something I'd done, everyone would form up into 2 rows and just stand silently and listen to him rant. Malus and Silver were always there too. No matter what Papa yelled, nobody else would say a word. Eventually, Papa must have recognized scolding me over trivial matters was pointless, because he eventually stopped getting on my case so often.
Paimon would have never guessed.
Yeah. Looking back on it now as an adult, I can hardly believe how patient and kind everyone was.
See, this is why I don't believe this BS narrative, or this, I'm gonna say narrative, because I think this is a narrative at this point, that some people are like, oh, some of these characters are freaking teenagers and BS. I'm like, no, shut the F up, nigga. No, they not. If I don't see nothing in-game telling me their age, I don't know. I don't give two less what about their ages. To me, they're adults till game proves me otherwise. And that's it. So now Navia, 'cause I think I seen someone proclaimed that Navia was like some teenager or whatever. Granted, if Navia was like 19, like I don't care because she's adult. She's an adult, bro. Even if she still got the teen on it. But like she clearly, most likely, like I would say Navia probably around the age of what, 23, 24 possibly. Nah, I feel like 22 feel like a solid number to mine now to think about it. But like, yeah, never mind. Let's continue.
When I was young, I often thought that I could do whatever I wanted, because there'd always be someone there to clean up after me. But once, I saw Malus come back wounded. He wouldn't tell me how he'd been injured, but I could tell it had something to do with me. I learned then that there's always a cost to making a mistake. The more you care about those around you, the more you should care about doing the right thing to the best of your abilities. Because if you do falter, there'll inevitably come a time when you'll have to face the consequences. And when that time comes, those most precious to you really will throw themselves in front of you and pay the price for your mistakes.
I see what's happening here. Navia is equating to what happened to her being scored as a child and them being there to like basically not defend her per se, but like still be on her side and whatnot during those moments. And then that carried on to even in their final moments, still by her side and, you know, took the brunt for her and all that other stuff. So I see how she's correlating the behavior of it across the board.
Sorry. I shouldn't have brought that up. I wasn't planning to talk about sad things tonight. Basically, I was just saying that the nurturing atmosphere of the Spina must have been my mother's legacy, rather than my father's. And if that's the only way that I can continue to feel her love, then I'd like to pass that warmth on.
Is that why you let those guys go today?
Although, maybe there's a part of not wanting to repeat the mistakes of the past. I want to be reasonable, at least. Hey, look! I think you've got something on the line!
What is it?
But why isn't the rod automatically reeling it in?
Oh, there must be something wrong with how I installed the mechanism. It was my first time putting one of those rods together. We can't let it get away. Come on, you two. Let's catch it.
I'm coming.
You want Paimon to help too?
Yeah, we're getting in the water. Let's get wet. For the rest of the night, your rod continued to catch after catch, while for some reason Navia can't seem to hook a single fish. Now I was quite upset about her bad luck, but only when you begin to heal back that Paimon discovers the real reason, the mystery of why she couldn't get a single bite.
You didn't attach a hook to your line?
That's why she forgot that she needed to put a hook. I did fishing before when I was a child. I did fishing before, and it is fun. Let's not get it twisted.
Stop wasting time. The boss ain't gonna wait all day. We'll go ahead with the operation tomorrow. Do with that information as you wish.
Traitor! I knew it! How dare you betray the boss! You better catch this disgusting 1v1 right now, Mr. Kaltar!
Well, your rod was missing a part too, so I guess that makes it fair.
Well, if we're just talking about the number of missing parts, sure. Oh, never mind. Paimon really can't keep her eyes open anymore.
Oh my god, my dog's scratching at my door.
All right, go to bed. I had a great time today.
See you tomorrow, Navia.
See you tomorrow. So how was last night? Did you get a good night's sleep?
Paimon dreamt that she danced with the sea stars, so you could say it was stellar. Get it?
Huh.
And just where did you get that from? Oh my goodness.
I didn't know you had such a great sense of humor.
Don't talk about sense of humor with me, Mr. Caltar, however you pronounce your damn name. How dare you collude with villains? No, how dare you collude with the opposition? Talk about, how dare you disrespect the gang? How dare you?
See? This guy gets it!
Anyway, let's head out. I'll arrange for a boat to take us back to Poisson. I'm sure Adele will be
He
happy to see
betrayed
you
the
two
gang.
again.
Paimon hopes she'll really appreciate your gift.
I hope so too.
He betrayed the gang, and now he gotta catch this Raph. Unbelievable. I sat there and called it that this dude was gonna do some shady work, which was gonna result in us giving him a fateful 1v1. I knew it was gonna happen. I called it. And it's so crazy how they make it so apparent of which mother effer is gonna catch this 1v1 fade. They make it apparent, and it's so easy to know who's gonna catch it. It's so easy. I swear. Give me one moment. I gotta check on my dog. He's probably acting like a goofy right now. Give me a second.
Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much?
Okay, I'm back. Let's get to it. Hold up. He sat here and disrespected the gang and was talking with opposition. I ain't gonna hold you, Navia. You let them niggas slide for real. You shouldn't have let them slide. Should have slapped the freaking. Grr! I can't respect it. I can't. He disrespected the gang, and now he's trying to slide on. Secretly on the squad, on the Spina. You can't let this happen. Hold on, let me check something.
Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you.
Why, thank you, Farina. One of the best characters in game, who's not a pushover, who's gonna stand in her corner and cry about it. Also, hold on, let me do something. I didn't even know this was a cooking pot. Let me do something real quick, because I done ran out of materials to freaking cook. It's so crazy. I got a whole list of foods, right? But my ass, I have not in the slightest. It's so crazy. I'm like, from what I can see, I'm only off because of these other materials that's like I can buy at a store or whatnot. But anyway, let's continue.
Adele, we're back. We brought you a gift from the court, too.
Whoa! Thank you so much, boss!
Don't call her boss, okay, Adele? Just Miss Navia would be fine.
Oh, it's all right. I don't mind. Besides the gift, I've also got another surprise. Guess who's here?
It's been a while!
Hello again.
Oh, it's you two. It has been a while indeed. Thank you so much for your help on Jacques' case.
No problem.
I've heard that you also helped save all of Fontaine. You're truly just like the great heroes of legend.
You're really amazing! And if Miss Navia's your friend, then she must be super amazing too!
True.
What's in this thing? Can I look?
Of course.
Is she gonna change
Go ahead.
outfits? She bet if she changes. Look at her mini suit. You gotta respect it.
Ah, it's a Spina di Rosula uniform! Is it for me? But isn't it a bit big?
You're right.
Well, it's a gift for future you. When you first told me that you were interested in joining the Spina, I was overjoyed. But It's the Spina's responsibility to protect everyone as well. Being a member means becoming involved in all kinds of dangerous situations. And since you're still young, I don't want your mom to have to worry about your safety. So, I turned you down then by telling you that you'll have to wait until you're older. But this uniform is a promise that you can join us once you're old enough to wear it.
Oh, so that's it. Well, thank you so much, Miss Navia. I'll work hard and grow up as fast as I can.
You gotta wait a decade.
But you can't really grow up faster by working hard. You've got to be patient.
Everyone, I'm really grateful that you remembered my daughter's wish and took it seriously. Thanks to the protection of the Spina, even though her father's no longer with us, we've still felt plenty of warmth and security.
No problem.
Oh, it's the least we could do. As long as you live in Poisson, even if you're not an official member, you're still part of the family.
Boss!
Uh-oh. Problems.
Huh? Is something up, Laurent?
Yeah, something is up, because that opposition right there, Mr. Clotar, said here planning, scheming against you.
I've got something urgent to report. Romeu and his folks have gathered outside Poisson and even shipped in a huge pile of explosives.
Excuse you?
What? Explosives? What do they want?
That nigga right there,
Seems
no.
like they've been planning this for some time. We started investigating as soon as we received your letter yesterday. But Romeu and his folks must have gotten wind as well, because they abandoned their former posts before we could even check on them. We investigated their tracks and found out that they're after Poisson.
They have smartened up since we caught them red-handed at the court?
Seems like they've got no interest in sitting down and talking at all. We should have gone straight to the Maison Gardiennage.
Sorry, I underestimated the situation. Well, too late now, I suppose.
Wait a
Laurent,
minute.
Where are they keeping their explosives?
I had a theory just now that this dude may have been Rome now, or whatever freak that dude name is. That Rome dude. I thought Clotaire was the Rome dude, but that wouldn't make sense regarding, because I'm pretty sure everybody here, especially the older members, would have recognized his face. So, okay, so now that theory is scrapped out the window.
On the hill to the east of Poisson, near the Clementine line.
Wait, could that mean
They want to blow up the Clementine line?
they about to catch this fade?
Certainly sounds like it.
Romeu and his followers hate the Spina and everything to do with Callus. And the Aquabus was the source of their contention. If they manage to blow up the Aquabus line, all that rubble will come crashing down the hill and straight into Poisson.
Are they insane? There's tons of innocent people in Poisson!
We have to stop them.
Yeah. If they've been planning this for ages, they're definitely not going to let this opportunity slip by. We have to issue an evacuation order to the townspeople and get them as far away from the entrance as possible. That should save them from the worst of it.
Let's get everyone onto our ship. That should be the safest place.
My dear partner, can I leave the Clementine line to you?
I got this.
If the explosives do go off, not only would the people of Poisson be in danger, any aquabuses using the line would plummet to the ground. Let's stop their insanity first, then settle the score with them.
Got it, baby
Leave it
girl.
to us, Navia. Please stay safe, too.
When Paimon means us, she means me, obviously. Let's do this. I'm ready for a fight.
Let's go, you two. We've got to act fast. Miss Coralie, please take Adele to the ship.
Nah. Oh, nah.
Watch out, boss!
I know he ain't put her on the floor. I'm about to say, something's getting crazy around here. I'm about to say, our first freaking vision wielder about to get snuck on by a random NPC. He smacked the knife out his hand.
What do you think you're doing, Coulter?
I thought all the annoying little hindrances had left, but I still couldn't get rid of you.
You mean this was all a trick? So that you'd be left alone with me? Coulter, are you with Romeu too? Oh. I get it now. You knew about their plans all along. You only told us they were doing badly so that we'd drop our guard.
Not quite. Though I share their positions on some issues, I've never cared for his more radical ideas. And that's because, out of the entire Spina di Rosula, I only hate you. Only you, Navia.
Oh, damn. He was like, I don't got beef with the organization. I really got beef with you, for real. That's a shocker. Now, let's see if he can carry out his beef. And let's see if he can stand 10 toes.
You better stick close to me.
Romeu promised me that he would leave Poisson alone if I could just take you out. But it was like you were glued at the hip to that pesky traveler. You never gave me a chance to make my move. Romeu has lost his patience. I didn't have to be here today, you know. But I swore that I'd kill you, even if it meant being buried with you in the rubble.
Man, it's personal beef.
Only someone as clueless about the past as you would ask such a foolish question.
I'm gonna go ahead and guess it right now. This dude probably was in love with her mother. That's probably what it was. He was in love with her mother, and he wanted to be the one to be the baby daddy. But of course, things didn't go that way, which resulted into he being tossed to the sideline and him being put into the freaking Fortress of Meripede. But we don't know what crime he tried to commit to even get him put in the Fortress of Meripede. I bet he's about to explain it right now, though.
You never saw the heyday of Spina di Rosula, nor did you ever live through the golden age of Poisson. But I saw it all with my own eyes, and then I had to watch it all die, little by little. And it was all because of you, Navia. Clementine died because of you. Callus died because of you. Malus and Silver died because of you. And so many more dead. Everyone dead, all because of you.
Damn, bro. He really throwing the nail in the coffin right now. Granted, is he wrong though? Okay, he's not entirely wrong, but he is okay. Okay, hold on. Let's break this down. Let's do this. Okay, actually, he is correct on all these points. Her mother did die because of her. That's objectively true. Her father did die because of her, which is also objectively true because he wanted to try to defend his daughter's life because he knew that people were going to Marcel and whoever were going to come after his daughter if he didn't do something. Thus, he ended up dying there at the hands of Clorinde. Malus and Silver did die because of her because they were trying to protect her and do their job, saving the lives of the people in Poisson during the flood. And finally, last but not least, who was the last one? He's correct on all his points, objectively speaking.
So the shock and grief you showed us before, that was in Act 2?
I highly doubt it.
Now you're catching on. I heard Malus was dead the moment I got out. Did you know? Down there in that blasted fortress, I spent a long time thinking about what happened and resolving to apologize to Malus as soon as I got out. Back then, because of that aquabus, we had a huge fallout. I was convinced that all he cared about was loyalty and that he had completely lost his capacity for critical thinking. The years passed by in a blur after that. I thought I had finally begun to understand him and that he could help me relive the good old days again.
So basically, he believed that his homeboy, his homie, was nothing more than a sheep, right? Because he was so loyal, but yet he became a sheep and didn't think for himself, which is most people nowadays, especially if you look at people who follow streamers and shit. Most of these niggas act like damn sheep them damn selves. But let's continue.
But then he died, and it was because of you again, Navia. It's always because of you. I once loved the Spina and Poisson more than anyone else. But what is left now of either besides death and ruin? You've single-handedly destroyed everything that was beautiful. Everything I've ever loved.
Don't listen to him, boss! He's just spouting nonsense!
Have you ever considered that maybe the people around you don't actually care about you at all?
Have you ever considered that maybe you only get respect because you're Callus and Clementine's child? That you've never done anything worthy? That you're just a big nothing?
Damn, the gaslighting is crazy. Actually, no, is gaslighting the correct word to use in this situation? I don't feel like it's the correct word, but he really slapping her with the book right now. He make her really, no, this is gaslighting. Never mind, this is correct, because gaslighting is basically making someone doubt their what they're thinking and their views of something. That's basically what gaslighting is, just putting seeds of doubt in someone, and he's doing it right now. He's putting seeds of doubt and say, hey, nobody give you respect because of you or your own person. Everyone give you respect because you that nigga daughter for real.
Have you ever considered that? Maybe people don't stay in Poisson because of you, but only because they have such beautiful memories of the past, before you came.
Because if you do falter, there'll inevitably come a time when you'll have to face the consequences. And when that time comes, those most precious to you really will throw themselves in front of you and pay the price for your mistakes.
It seems like it's working. It's really putting the seeds of doubt in her brain, because right now, you see what's going on? He's cooking her right now.
Yeah. Looking back on it now as an adult, I can hardly believe how patient and kind everyone was. But is that really why they support me? Is their kindness real?
Shut your mouth! I, for one, really like Miss Navia, and my mom loves her too.
Oh,
I don't know how to explain it, but I like her, and that's that.
the little jit speaking her mind. Yeah, tell the nigga to shut that up. Tell her what's up. Yo, let's go.
I'm sure Mr. Malus would be extremely disappointed in you right now. You've somehow managed to pin the blame for every mistake and tragedy in our history on the boss herself.
Get out of the way, Florent. I don't want to hurt you.
You're gonna have to. Boss, there's no time for this. Stop hesitating and get out of here before you get buried.
Maybe you think you're being the realist by painting the history of the Spina and Poisson like this. But the love that I felt from everyone was just as real. I felt it. They've helped me get to where I am. And even now, I will continue to believe in that love. So let me show you just how much I love the Spina di Rosula.
Let's go. Time for some geo damage, bitch. Wait a minute. Are we solo geoing it? Seriously? Oh, perfect.
Coming at ya!
Let me go ahead. Okay. I'm gonna step in it just for the sake of it.
Lucky? Attack! That's the way. Ow! I'm fine.
This damage is crazy. Do y'all see these numbers? Hold up. Let me take a look at something. I gotta see what she cracking. Oh my goodness, 2,000 attack? Of course, because of her signature weapon, obviously. She got the entire Noblest set on her. Elemental burst damage, increases attack as well. Perfect set to be used. Constellation up to 1, 2, 3. Makes sense. 8, 11, 8. Artifacts. I'm so tempted to pull for this character now. I'm so genuinely tempted. Even though I know that I don't need to pull for her, I'm so genuinely tempted. What was that lower back thing I saw earlier? Yeah, that thing way low down there. That's all the way up to the tailbone. Nonetheless, let's continue. If you're really the last nigga to fight, you about to get blicked.
Hey there!
I like how her gameplay is. It is so refreshing. Refreshing, Geo. Refreshing.
Laurent, I'll leave the town to you. Summon the other members and help with the evacuation of the townspeople. If you find any of Coulter's accomplices, subdue them quickly, and don't give them the chance to harm any ordinary civilians. I can't allow my partner to face the danger on the Clementine line alone.
Man, I got this.
Got it, boss. I'm on it. Are you okay, Navia?
I don't know, but I have to go.
A short while earlier, you and Paimon dashed to the entrance of Poisson.
We have to protect the Clementine line.
Let's get it. Let's
If
go.
they're gonna blow up the waterway, they must have planted the explosives next to the support pillars.
Excuse you?
The wind rises.
Yeah.
Strike!
You're dead.
Oh, you about to catch it now. Sheesh. Y'all still want it?
Strike.
Let the world come alive!
Let's keep going, team. Unsightly insects.
Glory to the Shogun! Quiver!
Providing cover fire.
The fact that you're still standing is pissing me off. You son of a... What?
We certainly brought a lot of muscle. They're really slowing us down. But if we're meeting resistance, we must be heading in the right direction.
And then right there. So, oh my goodness, only got a minute left? Okay, cool. Hold up. Let's change this up a bit. Get off the team. Get off the team. You stay on the team. Let's see. Who should be a good pick? No. Okay.
We may leave at any time.
This is good. Let's get it. What up, losers?
May I present?
Surprise! Let the magic begin!
Shower me with praise!
Too easy.
These must be the explosives, right? And this is the control mechanism. How can we disable it? Oh, Paimon's too scared to touch any of this stuff.
It's like a keyhole.
There's a strangely shaped hole here. What is it for?
Could be a keyhole.
Oh, that certainly sounds possible. Maybe one of the people we just beat up has the key. Okay, you take this side, Paimon will take the other. Let's see what we can find.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you found it! That's amazing!
I'm actually glad they put forth the effort to animate that.
That should do it, right? Navia, Navia and Florent should be able to relax now.
We should check out the perimeter just in case.
Oh, you're right. They could have set explosives elsewhere too. Let's go.
Oh damn. Oh nah.
They're gonna bury Poisson.
The Traveler on the move. Oh my god. This is tough. He using Geo mode? He swapped out. Oh my goodness gracious. Come on, pick them Geo walls up.
Just leave the rest to me.
Watch out, Navia. You can't block them all.
Look, I'm doing this the Spina way.
Okay. She doing her thing. Come on, Traveler. Oh, never mind. She used her burst. This is tough. This is tough. Let's go. This is amazing. Why haven't I seen a reaction matchup of this yet? Let's go. This was tough. This was tough. This was tough, bro. Why? Why isn't there a reaction matchup anywhere on YouTube of this incident? Of her story quest? I swear.
I heard from Thierry that even they're your enemies now. They were once a part of Spina di Rosula. Do you plan to settle this privately with them?
I have nothing more to say to them. Regardless of whether their hatred and anger towards me or the Spina was justified, anyone who's willing to endanger innocent civilians is no longer sane enough to even be worth trying to talk to. Please prosecute them in accordance to the law. Spina di Rosula will not raise any objections.
Sounds good. We're very appreciative of your help. Without it, the consequences would have been far worse. All right, this operation is a wrap. Take him away.
We won, Navia! We saved everyone! And you were so cool!
Yeah. Luckily, we were just in time.
You look a little pale.
It's probably because I expended too much elemental energy at once. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me.
But you usually glow up whenever other people compliment you. Paimon's not used to seeing you like this.
Boss, we managed to catch all the infiltrators in the town. The Maison Gardiennage is taking them away as well. Seems like Romeu really went all in on this mission. If he sent literally everyone he had, though, that also means we've caught them all, too. We won't have to worry about them from now on.
Ah, got it. That's good, at least. Coulter, I can understand how you feel. The things that we lost, they're forever beyond our grasp now. And that makes them appear even more precious. I am not callous, and I will also never become him. The Spina and the Poisson that you loved are both gone. But I will not change how I feel about our future. I still believe that this is a great opportunity to start anew. I will spend more of what the Spina earns on the betterment of Poisson. What's more, I'd also like to propose some changes to the Aquabus routes, so that one day, the people of Poisson will enjoy the boons it brings as well.
I know what you're trying to say. Mr. Callus would never have said anything like that. There are too many things in life that are just beyond our control. In that, we are the same.
Henceforth, You are no longer a member of Spina di Rosula. But once you're discharged from the fortress again, you're welcome to pay another visit to Poisson.
Thank you, Navia.
The mercy she shows is immaculate. I'm not gonna hold you. She can easily put that shotgun to his head and end his life.
As I thought. Boss really is a kind and gentle person.
She is also, I must say, a truly unlucky person. Thank you for protecting the Clementine line. I was actually really scared, you know. I mean, even the Callus line won't be getting rebuilt anytime soon. If I'd lost the Clementine line too, I wouldn't know how to live with myself. A name is a way to etch a memory onto the world. Losing the line that bears her name, that I can see every day, would be like losing my mother all over again. Seeing it still standing there, tall and proud, it makes me really happy.
What happened while we were gone? Honestly, you look more upset than tired or anything.
Just give her some time.
It's okay. Everything's fine now.
Thank you so much. Can you give me a hand? I really don't have much strength left. Traveler, I want to ask you something. And please, tell me the truth. Do you really see me as your partner?
You're my ride or die. Let's put it like that. Yes, I do see you as my partner. Especially, bro, if I had pulled for your character, me and you, I would have used you as a perfect Geo unit with the Traveler, and plus with Nahida. Oh, not Nahida, but what's her face? Ningguang, right? But yeah, not even but this personally for the Traveler to answer. I feel like the Traveler can say with certainty that he is your partner. Like, hey yo, if you ever need my help, I'm your ride or die. You can call me anytime. I'll come help you. I feel like the Traveler has shown that time and time again throughout every nation they've been a part of, from the Knights to the to the Knights to the freaking to the whoever the ruling class of the ruling government of Ningguang. He's shown his loyalty to so many factions in this entire game, and how many times that he'll be like, hey yo, if you ever need me, I'll be back here. Call me if you need me. The Traveler has always been that. So yeah, I think the Traveler would agree.
Of course.
That's good then. Hearing that, it brings me more relief than I can say.
How do you feel, Navia? Any better after taking a break?
I feel quite a bit better. But I should probably still rest for a few more days. Sorry, partner. I said some weird things earlier. Feel free to just ignore me.
A little weird. That's true.
I used to think that I'd never doubt myself. But you could say I've discovered that I'm not as strong as I thought I was. Coulter mentioned my parents, as well as Malus and Silver. It's all thanks to them that I've made it this far in life. Do you think they ever regretted the choices they made? Has my existence made this world a better place?
Don't think like that, Navia. You've already done more than enough.
More than enough.
No matter what others think, we'll always support you to the end of the world.
Yep, because this world about to end in probably one more year. I'm gonna be honest with you. Shoot, I think after the next Lancer rite that's gonna happen, I feel like shit really about to hit the wall for real. Because once we go to Natlin, it feel like things about to go downhill. The third descender may get resurrected for all we know. They might come back into the picture and stuff might get moving for real.
Well, since it's ended up like this, I suppose it's time for me to make a confession as well. There's something that I've been keeping from you as well, boss. Please, follow me. Everything is already prepared.
Florent, I hope you can understand that I can't deal with any more shocking revelations right now.
Don't worry. This surprise will be a pleasant one.
Where are we going? Get down. Almost there. I ain't gonna hold you. Thinking back to that cousin sat there and switched elements. Cause it's been so long, bro. I don't think nobody grasps this. It's been so long since we ever seen the Traveler switch elements up in the in game, right? It's been so long. Like the first time he did it was back in it was back during Leeway's Archon quest, and that was the last time we ever saw the Traveler swap out elements for any reason, for anything. Right? But ever since after that, we have never got more moments like that. I'm pretty sure the Traveler could do a Dendro, Electro, and Hydro reaction all by himself by just being like, okay, which ones I'm gonna select today? And be like Dendro, Electro, Pyro, or Dendro, Electro, Hydro. Boom, 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 and just do the reaction by themselves. I'm pretty sure the Traveler is capable of doing it. I know he is.
Why is everyone gathered here? And what's this?
This was supposed to be a gift to you from everyone in the town. We were originally planning to show it to you once it was finished, but special times call for special measures. I've never seen you look so defeated before, so I've decided to show you the designs before the final product was done.
Do I really look that bad?
Well, if you're ready, I'll unveil the present.
Oh shit! Please color it in. That's tough. Now we know what her mama look like and her daddy. Her mama kind of bad though.
This is Papa, Mother, and me.
We designed the look for Miss Clementine based on old camera records, as well as personal recollections from members of the Spina.
Wow! This is the statue you mentioned before?
It is indeed. To be honest, we decided on the design a long time ago, and gave the sculptor permission to begin working. We only asked Boss to decide on a design so she wouldn't realize we had already started.
How could we only have statues of Mr. Callus and Mrs. Clementine?
Even though Boss is still young, we've all seen the work she's put in regarding the whole synth business and the rebuilding of Poisson.
We wanted to commemorate her contributions with a statue as well.
I don't know what Spina di Rosula was like in the past, but I know it's a great organization now.
With Navia around, we're not worried about this place's future.
We are gathered here today to tell our boss that we support you and believe in you wholeheartedly. I believe everyone is here for you, not the glory days.
That's what we believe as well.
I will always believe in the bond between us.
Thank you so much, everyone. Then I'll be brave and just accept everyone's support for what it is. This really is quite the surprise. I never thought that I'd have the chance to stand next to my mother. Not even in my wildest dreams.
Your mama's still bad as fuck though. Your daddy your daddy got what? Some things I want to say right now. I hope this mural stays. I hope. Please let it stay. Okay, it does stay. Hopefully this thing stays here all the way to the end of the game.
It
It seems like I started to question myself a bit too much. I'll pick myself up again and become a more reliable president for all of you. Looking back on it, I'm honestly embarrassed by how I acted earlier.
About the gift from the townspeople.
I'm sure everyone longs for that one thing in life that seems trivial to others, but they themselves can never obtain. To me, that would be a family portrait. I've always been super jealous of other people's family photos. I've never thought I'd receive a family portrait of my own. Especially not like this. It seems like I'm not such an unlucky person after all.
No, you're not.
It seems like I start looking back on it.
About Clementine.
I've thought about it before. Though my mother only wanted me to live a happy life, that's actually a tall order as well. In practice, it's just as hard to achieve my father's expectations for me. Even though my parents had very different personalities, they always had a lot of respect for each other. The Aquabus project was a monumental project that stood to benefit all of Fontaine. It would have been a little close-minded to assess or evaluate it only from the perspective of the clan. I think that's probably why she didn't step in to mediate or oppose the building of the lines.
Alright, one more time.
It seems like, looking back on it, I'm honestly
About
embarrassed
asking,
by
do you
how
really
I acted earlier.
Do you really see me as your partner?
Oh, whoa. Why'd you have to remind me? Please don't say that again. It's super embarrassing for me. Oh, forget it now. Please forget that I ever said anything. Oh, wait. But it'd also be bad if you were to forget it. Okay, but please keep it a secret between us from now on. Please don't ever mention it again.
I don't know about that. Okay, hold up. It's time to get an actual picture of this, just in case this game, they want to remove this thing. Where my girl? Where's she at? There you are, Charlotte.
Let's get this interview started.
Where's that item? I just got it. Oh, there it is. Athlete gadget.
Smile.
Aha. Zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Aha. What a dope pic. It's tough. I can use this as my thumbnail. Oh yeah. This thumbnail. This is the thumbnail right here. I'm gonna work on this moment in this live stream. So, like, comment, and subscribe for more. I'll be playing Face My Remnant next week on Friday. Yeah. What else have it up? Next week Friday, I'm playing Face My Remnant, and we're gonna continue from chapter 2. We're gonna continue at the start of chapter 2 and finish it out. Hopefully. Or do it in parts. I'm gonna keep doing this live streaming thing. Keep looking out for more. I changed my name to Calamus Games so things be more easier and smooth. I'm gonna be playing more games on this channel too, so it just doesn't feel repetitive. Genshin Impact content. I'm gonna dice it up, change it up, get it all saucy and all that good stuff. So, like the video, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching the live stream, and I'll see y'all another day. This is Calamus Gaming signing off. Thank you. Good day and good night.